I have this hair that's not fitting in with my hair being coiled at the bottom. That's the best I can do with my hair, and everything that falls out of it. That is the bad haircut problem. There, I see a little one. Okay, I try to keep it back. What I want to say about karma in the threatening is I am here in myself deceased, and you are still threatening me that there are GSWs in view. And that means you have something wrong with the threatening that I know what that is, and you want me to be explicit. When you speak English, you ask directions and you wait for someone to tell you something as if you found it yourself already. And that's you over there. And I find that you're speaking English over the illegal genital penis is going to cause you to find out about gunshot wounds in the OR, operating room of a hospital in a city. And that is not true that all of the police uniform with holster and gun are inside of the hospital. They are not. Police with holster and gun and uniform and badge, they are in marked squad cars in traffic, and they are anywhere. That is illegal. You're going to find out about a gunshot wound is not due. I can't afford one myself. I have a surgery on my left leg with the diagnosis in advance, and you don't believe me anymore. Elsewhere, it was well known that I was a professional athlete and I was out of commission for a season and some more months before I could go back to play tennis. But when I went back to play tennis, it did not look like any kind of malicious. It's malicious by Donna, not malicious by Dr. Theodore Gertel, until he's malicious now. Now I need myself deceased and he's not here. Okay, I did not bring a scissors to open this. It looks like I need a scissors. What is malicious? I'm the overlord. I know I did not bring a scissors. It's in the kitchen. Yeah. Where am I? I'm in the entryway. Yes. I saw a YouTube video short with the Cabbage Patch people in there. Yes. You know who you are. You are angry with the entryway? Yes, I am angry with the entryway, but I am not the wife. Well, I don't know. If you have some certain female waiting to slot in to say that she is a wife, okay, but I don't want to feed that. She was not in the video. I only saw the penis with Christmas decorations about his entryway. That would be from the outside to the inside. I am on the inside looking at the entryway is really illegal to be an entryway because an apartment is just illegal. I should be living in a house because I was born in a house, but you are deceased in the threatening of house and going through landlording of apartments, and I don't have my house deceased so that I can pay for an apartment with a house. The house, it's alive, and I know where it is, and it's still there, and it's alive, and I cannot pay for an apartment with work. So you are disqualified well in advance because God knows these things, but you don't know. I don't know why I can't pay for what you know and what you don't know. But you have this problem where you're speaking English in public and you don't know how to die in God. And you have GSW, gunshot wound, being reported in public as surgery. And I'm not going to help you with that. You don't know how to die without going to get a gunshot wound. That is you making somebody angry with you because you don't know how to die all by yourself like a big girl. Well, I need to get the scissors. But once I do, I don't need the video on anymore. So this is for YouTube. I want you to know that there are still occupants in Fremont Gardens since the last time I took out the garbage. And then I don't know since then. Are 2 bags of garbage I need to take out, soon, but it's still dark out at nearly 6 a.m. Can't go yet. Okay, I see a little light. I can't go soon, but I want it to be warm if I go to the dumpster because I don't have a proper jacket. I'm looking for a nosebleed having left dried blood. My nose bleeds less now, but about, I don't know, 4 times a day. Have nosebleed. I have to clean in the bathroom sink. Police with guns. If you don't have bullets in your gun, or if you have bullets in your gun, you cannot announce yourself about your gun like you are an amateur who is going to practice and become expert. That is what's wrong with your talking in English problem. Talking over the penis genital is due in Africa. I owe that I snip off my nose and my genitals and my ears with the scissors because it's sharp, but I will not because I am deceased in the threatening. I am completely ordered until myself deceased, and I have nothing to worry about. Who of you are completely ordered to tell me what you're thinking? Are you completely ordered to make a speech offense and tell me what you're thinking? I want fill in the blank. Are you completely ordered? Because that's not paid for at this time. It is a gunshot wound to yourself, and you cannot be completely ordered because you did not actually fight with somebody over yes or no about the guns being in traffic. And that's how I don't know who penis Howard Chait. I don't actually have any sort of need for somebody to inflame that the police are in public in traffic and that you are threatening me if I don't comply. It's just not going to go my way about myself. And the public is so big for that question. You can't talk one on one with someone about that question. That's you being warned by your penis that you are not to speak over your penis to anyone. If you say, I am not a gay hoopiness, I am a hoopiness, I am not a gay hoopiness. That is you having to be a hoopiness who does not speak to anyone. You cannot speak to a female and say, I don't speak to the males. And you cannot speak to a male and say, I don't speak to the females. Because you are a hoopiness. As long as you talk over your penis, nobody knows who you're going to talk to about or what we have interest in about you. Talking over your penis is your final warning from your own self that you are not going to see and hear God with genitals anymore if you don't decease your penis to everyone who's not yourself. You don't have another way out here. Okay, does this look like bacon to you? Yes, but it's safely, yes. Fully cooked, uncured bacon bits. Uncured means it's not fully cooked. But it's completely sealed here. So I would normally throw away the whole salad, but I'm going to select not to eat this bacon. And I'm going to put a GSW gunshot wound right on the bacon. And we don't know where it came from. And that's how we don't know the food supply ever, but I do know that this is actually bacon, pork, and I don't want to eat it because I don't eat pork. So I will just throw it on the floor. It will not suffice. It will have to throw it away. So I will use it to hold this bag of lettuce up. And salad, it's chopped. It's chopped salad, which is like easier to eat, I think, but it is a lighter forking skill. So you have given away some of your forking power to chopped salad. Okay, so that's the salad. This is the uncured bacon that goes in here. I will not be eating the bacon. This is the top of the salad that goes in here. Okay, so my fork is in here. This is a disposable plastic fork. I'm not using metal utensils. The police already touched one of my forks that was stainless steel, and I don't use it anymore. I might have used it for a short time after that, but I don't use it now. I have been using plasticware, if at all, anything, for the past at least 3 years, maybe longer. Well, with the takeout food, I use the takeout forks. So I'm going out of the threatening now. The heat just turned itself on, and I had something to do with it being heat and not air conditioning, but it was always still set at 75 degrees. I did not change that. So I would like God to know that I left it at 75 degrees, but the heat did not turn itself on when it was set at 75 degrees. The air conditioning was turning itself on when it was set at 75 degrees in November. Well, that is the equipment in the wrong, so I have enough leverage to turn on the equipment, and it does turn itself to 75 degrees of heat. It does do that itself. So I think that is a flaw in the equipment no one can really afford, but they should not use the equipment. I use it, you should not use it. You don't know how to leave things to me because you don't know how to die in God, and you're so far in the know at this time. It looks like you're here just for myself, which means you did something in the past that you don't agree with. And here we are still paying for it. Yes, somebody did something in the past we don't agree with, and we're still paying for it. I don't want any help, but sometimes you make me gasp about that I work and you don't pay out that I work. And I do have hunger for food and thirst for water at all times. And I don't want that kind of thing to go missing in the now because I need it. So, does this get opened with the scissors? Okay, I can open it this way. Let's do that. I have a light pain under my arm and breast. This is a gunshot wound to myself. I have been eating food just to get shot is not true. I eat food because it's hungry. Somebody else eats my appointed food and the police don't know who to fire their guns at, so your GSW is not forgiven. If you fire a gunshot and somebody survives, they are yours. That is you not knowing how to fire a gunshot. And I do know that you are not allowed to fire one on myself, but your GSW problem is not fair to me. I am not to be in your threatening that you're going to fire a gunshot on myself and put me in your morgues. But you are going to die anyway. I don't know what each one of you thinks when you're angry because you say no, snap no to what you see and hear because of Charles Toe being illegal. He's illegal. He's not here at the moment, but he's illegal everywhere, anywhere he is anyway.